Yeah, this is pretty much crap. I I didn't die, but stuff happened that forces me to start over again. And this is how DayZ is. No loot that I had before, no nothing. You might be wondering what happened. Well, I'll tell you what happened. I start recording for my video, and I joined a US server because of the recent patches and everything else made a lot of the servers unplayable because they didn't want to patch up, and I patched up. So I joined the US server, but that one was restarting in 2 minutes, so instead of, you know, putting pieces together with the video, I decided to rejoin another server. I rejoined the German server after that, and upon joining that server, I broke my leg for no particular reason when I drank a soda pop. However, my leg wasn't broken. It just was indicated that it was broken. So, what do I do then? Alright, I move around and I see in the chat that someone goes, oh, there's this server is fucked up. And I go, alright, might be a hacker or something in that's screwing with the UI. I'm just gonna, you know, disconnect and try another server. I join yet another server. This is the third server I join in a row. And when I join this server, I get a pop-up of a script error gone wrong or something like that, and I get teleported into the edges of the map somewhere, just grass and hills, nothing in my inventory, no backpack, absolutely nothing basically. So I go, okay, this is pretty bad, but let's see if this is just for this server, because it said rejoin to start playing. So I rejoin on another server and I get greeted to this actually. Actually I rejoined another server, I got greeted to a fresh character and I went, alright, I don't want to really play a fresh character because I got somewhere with you guys. And then I joined another server and this is what I have. So my previous character, nothing happened to him, he's practically got wiped in the middle of the forest. He, or not the forest, but that small little selection of trees there. And yeah, I have nothing I can do really. There's no really it's not really worth crying over it or anything like that. It's just pretty much crappy because we've gotten somewhere and I was gonna look for a vehicle, and it's just one of those mornings when you log into DayZ and your character is just on the coast again, nothing to his name, and yeah. Pretty much, I didn't even play in between the patches on that character because there were two patches back to back basically. The first patch 1.7.6 and then the second one 1.7.6.1 as a hotfix. I didn't play with that character until this new patch had come out, and I don't know, I just it happens in DayZ. It really does happen, you know, hive wipes, stuff like that. I lost a better character than the one that I had here, with full on with a ghillie suit, a sniper, basically everything that you might want to wish. Even a freaking Humvee is what I had, and everything was wiped in a server or a hive wipe. But you know, you usually expect the public servers at least to remain that, or to retain that database, but apparently that gets screwed up too, and not to mention that there could be a hacker or anything like that, and it's just not great. So yeah, starting over again. I actually don't plan on going back to Berezino and that area anymore. I think I've exhausted my opportunities with my other character, and I don't really feel like repeating the same thing. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna head to a town that I saw on the map that's called Tulga, and since I don't have nothing with me, I can't really orient myself with anything but the road over there. So I'm gonna go to that town called Tulga. I'm gonna see if I can find some basic supplies, food and water and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna head west and actually keep to the northwestern part of the map this time around instead of the northeastern. Do a few raids on the northwestern airfield instead and see if we can get some better loot that we had with the other character. And this is a part of what happens in DayZ. It's simply, you know, this happens, shit happens in DayZ and you can't really do much about it. And I hope this is something that will be fixed or addressed in the standalone version of the game. That the updates don't really screw up the entire server and the databases and whatnot. And yeah. In other news, when I was playing with my friend, I might record a few sessions playing with my friend. I'm not sure. I might not. I like having, you know, the time to record now, and I can make it episodical instead of the other recording. But we'll see what will happen. But kind of a fun thing happened with that character. I glitched, so I died again due to a glitch. I was refueling a helicopter that had just spawned, or not just spawned, I assume it spawned some time ago. It was empty on fuel but fixed on everything. It's the damnedest of luck possible, basically. So I refueled this helicopter, and refueling a helicopter is a lot of work, really. And I finally get into this helicopter with maybe about 1/4 of the fuel, enough to get us to me and my friends to a safe position. And in the meantime, when I was refueling, I had my hatchet out to kill the zombies that were attracted by my fueling and so on. And what happens is I get into the chopper and I start it up, and since this chopper was slightly glitched with its rotor in the hangar, I go, alright, it's just cosmetical. Nope, it was not cosmetical. As soon as I start this helicopter, it crashes, destroys itself instantly, and it stays in the air. It actually starts up and stays in the air, but the rotor doesn't spin, but you can hear the sound of it spinning, and then after a while it stops. And I go like, oh, I might as well just get my weapon out. I get into the helicopter, I get my weapon out, I get out of the helicopter, my character completely glitches onto the hangar, and the helicopter explodes, and I just get flung like 20-30 meters away from the helicopter, and I die. And yeah, it was ridiculous. But as I said, this is alpha. What I did after that is I just contacted the admin and told him that it was glitched. You can't really do much more than that. And you have to, that's kind of the thing that you have to learn while you play DayZ, is that these kind of small alpha hitches and glitches and server patches and stuff, it can't get you down. Basically, you can have a perfect character, but you can still expect it to be wiped without any particular reason, and you can't be upset about it because you know that this is an alpha, this is a free game, and yeah, the standalone, when it comes out, you'll probably have to pay for it. As I think I mentioned before, that it's a Minecraft type of model, so the earlier that you pay, the cheaper it'll be, and you may be able to, you know, assist in reporting bugs and stuff like that, and be a part of the development basically, which is always a nice thing. But there you should expect better, you know, service, because you did pay for the product. You should still expect it to be an alpha, but you should expect some service at least. And this town is surprisingly empty. For now I've only found, what is this, some 2 round pellets and some painkillers and a heat pack, which I will not need. I was hoping for food and water, but alright. And that's pretty much about it, I have to say, as far as the what had happened, and why I am starting with a new character, despite not being dead, and despite the not even firing a single round of that gun. Sometimes it's so sad. You're saving ammunition, you know, thinking, oh, what if a player comes, but you end up not firing a single round. I had an FN FAL once, and I also died without firing a single round. So the next time I got it, I just fired off an entire clip just to see how it shoots. And it shoots really well, I have to say. It's probably my favorite gun in this game. Well, that was a slightly disappointing turn of events. No guns and a few zombies on my back. But yeah, what is my plan now? I think, as far as I recall from experience at least, that this city is about 3 kilometers, sort of, northeast of Electro. So I will be going back to Electro to, well, try to find some loot in the supermarkets and everything else. And then I think continue northwest instead. And I practically found nothing in this town. Well, I'll just be heading what I think is south. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. So while I'm heading to Electro, I might as well tell you guys about the patch. The patch introduced some changes regarding the zombies mostly, some new additions item-wise. And that's pretty much about it. Nothing too major, but still some major things. Especially the zombie hearing is now very much changed. The zombies are pretty much deaf now, or they seem to be pretty deaf. I think their aggro range has been set to something that's really low, like 2 or 100 meters or something like that. And with that kind of aggro range, I mean, shooting a sniper rifle off or a Lee Enfield won't be really that much of a problem in a city. And the zombie, what is it, spawn count has also been reduced. So less zombies spawn, and because of that, well, there's gonna be less lag from the, you know, server side and client side, but it's also going to mean that there's less zombies, meaning that it's a bit less dangerous going into a city or a town or whatever. And I don't know, I like the crowd of zombies. It actually kind of made it challenging, and the kind of insane hearing that the zombies have maybe also made it a bit more challenging. I really don't mind. I feel that the zombies are not really the challenge in this game, so I do die from zombies, of course, but I don't feel that they're that much of a challenge in comparison to the players. But yeah, what else was changed? Some new items were added, like the hunting, no, not the hunting knife, the machete, which I think is the same as a hatchet, except you can't cut down trees. I think that the zombies, what I mentioned before about zombies veering towards you in one of my previous videos, that's now completely true, at least. When they spawned, they used to spawn and head towards you. Now, even after spawning, they kind of have an AI that heads towards you slowly. So, that's also correct. And I see another city down there, so I'm gonna try and explore that one. And I also see, I think that's the coast, yeah. I think I'm maybe in a city that's just north of, or east of Electro. There's been also some kind of maybe cosmetic changes, but they had added a lot of cans of food and soda, and it was kind of nice to see some variety and you know, change in the just kind of 3 or 4 cans of food. But a lot of people seem to have issues with this this addition of food and water, because or food and liquids, because it was done by some, I think it was done, the food and liquids and the ideas, suggestions, whatever you want to call it. I think it was done by some of the development team or some of the people that help develop the mod. And for some reason people were really angry about it, and they removed it in this hotfix. That was the only thing they actually fixed, I think, and maybe something very minor, but that was practically it, really. I saw a hatchet there, but you know what? It's not really worth it. I'm just gonna bail down to town. I'll find another hatchet somewhere. So they removed it, and I really don't know why. Why would they remove the food items? I mean, there was people whining, but there's people whining every single time. Oh, it's too hard. Oh, if I shoot my gun in the middle of a town, now all the zombies are drawn to me. Well, yeah, duh, guy. Of course, all the zombies will be drawn to you. So yeah, there's always newbies or just plain out noobs who don't really enjoy a challenge, and they just want to play the game. And I don't think this is a game that that you go about just playing it, like having, you know, you have fun with it, but the best part of the fun is the challenge that lies in the game. Of course, the challenge isn't in the glitches, but you know, try to understand that there may be other challenges in the game. Oh, there. Well, this is gonna go poorly. I've already lost a lot of blood. That was a very bad idea. In any case, it can get challenging. It should get challenging. You know, remember that. This isn't a game that you just pick up and play for a day and you go, oh, I'm a pro. It's a game that you play for multiple runs, and you expect it to be a challenge, basically. And right now I'm bleeding heavily, and I can see that, but I need to get away from zombies and actually be able to bandage myself. I lost some blood. I might actually pass out. From blood loss. But can't really help now. In any case, that's pretty much what the kind of new things, I suppose I can say, happened, and it's not like much more had happened in between. I mean, I didn't really do much. So this might end up being a bit of a longer episode, but yeah, I would kind of like it to be, actually. So you see that I added some trash items. That's a razor. It's useless for now. Maybe they'll add a function afterwards for it, but for now it's completely useless. And they added like toilet paper and stuff like that. You know, neat things, but you don't really need them in any, you know, way, shape or form. And so I know I have a bunch of people on my tail, and the spotting stayed the same, but the visual, or the hearing was the one that was mainly changed. And yeah, nothing really much to say, but focus on this game that I'm playing now. Kamishevo is the town that, Kamishevo. I'm not really sure what kind of letter that is, but I'm just gonna assume it's Kamishevo. Is the town where I'm at now, and I saw that station over there. I kinda do want to check it out. It might have some hatchets or something. It's useful to check it out. Might even have a weapon I can tackle these zombies with. But afterwards, I think I'm gonna just head westwards, so along the coast in the opposite direction of what I'm going now. And I called it a hatchet. And just head to Electro and again get some loot first, and then prepare myself for the trip up north, basically. Might notice that you don't need to reload your hatchet. You ain't need to reload your hatchet anymore, son. And that's been added in the new update. Kinda nice, really. I mean, it was a bit silly to have to reload your hatchet. I'm not even sure if I'll make it to the next town. Maybe I should just kill a couple of zombies. Thank you. A can of baked beans. As I said before, they can have stuff. It's a bit rarer for them to have stuff, but they can have it. And right now I got a can of baked beans, but I kinda wanted to sow the can, but I can't really be picky. Still, I'm gonna make my way. Ooh, I really don't want to break my leg. It's probably the worst thing that I can do now. But I'm gonna just continue westwards and with my trusty hatchet start over again. That's practically how it goes. So now it would be a pretty good time if you're interested in starting. We can group up and play some. And if you're not interested in starting in a couple of days, I have some other things to do and back in the real world, but I'll probably have another video in a couple of days and continue just playing with this character, unless he gets wiped as well, in which case I'll just continue again. And yeah, but the plan for this character, I think he likes the northwest, so I'll head... Ah, damn, I don't have a hunting knife. So what I'll do is I'll head west to Electro. I'll make sure that I'm well equipped for the journey ahead. Try to eat a cow as well. I wish I could just tear into it with my hatchet, but oh well. So as I said, head west, try to get well supplied and maybe some eat some food and drink some water, restore some blood, get well supplied for the journey north, and then start heading northwest, primarily west first and then north as well, and we'll see how that plays out. And there I see another zombie. I'm actually gonna go take him out. Oh, another one there. Ah, that doesn't matter. I'll just go take him out. Nothing obvious at least. Nothing. Yeah, it's not the wisest idea to go around the coast, as there's new players and maybe bandits who are looking for fresh spawn, but I think I actually started my very first video somewhere around this area. Well, the next video will then be me kind of starting over, except I have a hatchet. I don't have any liquids, so I hope I can get to Electro beforehand, and I hope I can get some food and restore some blood as well. Until then, enjoy DayZ. If you like my videos, visit the channel and check out some other videos that I had and the previous DayZ adventure if you're just tuning in. And as always, have a nice day.